Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of World War II, a little free for all, and this time we're going to do it on USS Texas, probably one of my least favorite maps. Not a fan favorite of it, so yeah, it is what it is on this map. I hadn't brought a free for all on this map probably in almost, let's say 2 or 3 weeks, so it's the first time you're seeing a free for all probably from a long time. Running with the old Volk on this one. Yep. I've got two gameplays today I wanted to bring y'all both on USS Texas. It gives me a little opportunity to sit down and chit chat with y'all and just talk about a few things that may come up through my mind during this commentation. Um, One of the big things that, I've had even family and friends ask me, on time, won't you play Fortnite? Okay, guys. Um, that would be good and dandy if I had, a lot of subscribers to where I could, afford to dibble and dabble in different games and stuff. But basically, guys, I think a lot of y'all, and the reason why y'all subbed to the channel too was, I bring Call of Duty, and maybe that's why, you enjoy the game. And so for one, I'm a Call of Duty channel. I'm not a Fortnite channel. Nothing wrong with Fortnite, okay? Me personally, I've never played the game. As a person who's never experienced playing Fortnite before, okay, watching it is probably like watching snails walking across the street, okay, or sliding across the street. They're gonna get there. It's just gonna take a while, um, and that part of it, I'm not really intrigued. I know there's a lot of skill that goes on between building and setting traps and hiding and foraging, and I'm not into none of that, guys. And another thing is, I'm not into a third-person shooter. There's a lot more like that Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. That to me in a third-person shooter looks way better game than Fortnite will ever be. The colors and it's all like old school cartoon like, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't, I don't know, it's just my opinion on that part of it. I don't play Fortnite, and that's not what I enjoy playing. I enjoy playing Call of Duty. So that being that with that, hats out to the guys who are out there grinding their Fortnite and doing their thing. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. I just don't have time to get involved in another game that I'm trying to, prestige this thing and go through the game as far as I can take it, as far as until the next Call of Duty game comes out. So that's occupying all my time. I don't, usually play any other games in Call of Duty because I only have, I got a job, I have a wife, um, bills, things like that. So, I have to delegate my time to what I can do. So my thing is, I'm going to play something that I enjoy playing. No, World War II is not my favorite Call of Duty game either, guys. So boots on the ground Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, guys. That was my favorite boots on the ground Call of Duty game. Now, favorite advanced movement Call of Duty game, Black Ops 3. And I'm sure when Black Ops 4 comes out, whether it be a boost jump in Call of Duty or it's a modern shooter boots on the ground, that will take the #1 spot for boots on the ground game. And that game hasn't even come out. That's how confident I am in Treyarch and what they can bring. Those guys, obviously they pay their crew really well to where they want to stay, because all these other crews, Sledgehammer and Infinity Ward, they both lost a lot of employees, and those employees changed the way the game, the creators of when they made it the next time. So you know, that's another thing about Treyarch, and I am a Treyarch fanboy, so I always pull for Treyarch games. People are saying COD's dead. No, COD's not dead. What it is you got a million subscriber YouTubers like, and I'm not picking on them. I think they're whatever. I don't watch their content personally, but I used to watch Ali A until he stopped posting Call of Duty videos and just doing exclusively Fortnite. And I know he's got a second channel, and so does T Martin, and that would have been the place for them to put those games, is on their second channels where they could still done their Call of Duty. And I feel like they just chasing the money, and yeah, they may enjoy Fortnite better than World War II, but they have to understand the reason their channels were the size they are was because of Call of Duty, And they could say, well, I wasn't getting the views by posting the games I used to get. You probably didn't, and that's for the people who don't like this game, right? People like, I didn't like Advanced Warfare, and I didn't really care for IW, right? And I didn't watch any YouTubers' content those years when those games were out. I never watched their content because I didn't care about the game. I didn't like the game. I purchased it, played it for a month or so, and then took it back to Best Buy and sold it or traded it for another game, is what happened with both of those games. So, I give it about a month to, 2 months to try to get the feel of it and see if I'm going to enjoy it or not. And guess what? I did not. So, it is what it is, man. It's no biggie. Like I said, and that's why your views go down. Now, World War II is not a fan favorite right now at this time, because from the time they dropped this game at launch, I remember I had this game when it first came out, and I'm telling you, man, this was the worst launch in COD history. Like, everything you can imagine was goofed up with the game. Now, when you got in the lobby, the graphics and the movement and everything seemed fine, but there were so many little things going on. It was so hard to get into a lobby, get in with your friends. I mean, it was, they still don't have lobby leaders, which drives me bananas. I don't understand how something so simple that's been out since the beginning of COD time, go back and watch the old Modern Warfare games, they had lobby leaders, and Infinite Warfare came out recently back. They didn't have it till, you could scroll to someone's name and see what their KD was, but they really never even put it in the game. And I think that Treyarch's the only one that puts lobby leaders in the game, which I love. They also put theater mode in the game, which I love. And as far as their movement system and the way that the whole thing's set up, it's perfect. It has its flaws with certain things, but overall it's well balanced. It's a more balanced game than any of the other Call of Duties I've played in a while. So that's another subject or topic I want to talk about, as far as, like I said, Fortnite will not be on this channel. Now, if some crazy reason I blow up and get, 50,000 subs, yeah, I'll put whatever the community wants to see and things like that. But, right now, this is just a small baby channel. This is just a little infant, if you would, guys. And, I'm just going to feed it baby food at this point. Pardon my expression, but that's the way it is until it grows up and gets bigger and stronger. And it will, with time, like anything else, guys. If you keep being passionate and enjoying what you're doing, it shows in what you do. And then when it shows people enjoy watching it. Now, do I have the best gameplays out there? No. Go watch K3. If you want to see V2 rockets drop every single game, go watch K3. I think he's like the #1 official World War II player out there. He is a monster at this game, guys. I would love to be half as good. So there's a 30-4, 30-4 on the first game, guys, on free for all. Now both of these are on free for all. So you'll know, they're not TDMs and stuff like that. I get more enjoyment. That's another thing. In this game here, I'm gonna probably go with the Tommy gun on this one, but this game here, free for all. I enjoy free for all. That's my own. That really, honestly, guys, is the only thing that saved me from going back and just playing Black Ops 3 another year and just totally dropping playing this game completely. Is free for all. Now, free for all is action packed because the spawns are everywhere, and you got to be able to hold it down. Which I enjoy holding things down. Love holding spots down. If you watch some of my other Call of Duty games, that's kind of my style and how I play. I played that way on Ghost, played that way on Black Ops 3. When I got Bouncing Betties and Scavenger on Black Ops 2, that's how I played. But right now I got to play Run and Gun because I don't have my setup. And so I do on Xbox 360, but my gamer tag is on time 33. And on Xbox One, it's on time 74. But, I'll rinse and repeat these fools. This is a fast game, too, guys. So, whatever I got to say, I better say it quick. Because you're going to see it goes quick. I wind up getting my paratroopers. And a lot of good stuff happens on this one. So, we covered, is Fortnite going to be on this channel? The answer is no, it's not going to be on this channel. Not right now, anyway. Like I said, free for all is the reason I do play World War II, and actually I get more rank and XP out of free for all than I do in TDM, so it's faster for me to level up. I'm almost at a level 7. They're throwing grenades and everything else. Oh, he got me with that. Turn down. I'm just trying to get to Master Prestige. Now, am I trying to get a level 1000 Master Prestige? Oh, no, I am not going for that. As long as I get Master Prestige, I'm happy. And before Black Ops 4 drops, which that gives me, what it's going to be here in November. So let's see. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So we're looking at like 8 months away, guys. And that means I need to go up 4 levels in 8 months. So 2 a month is what I need to do or whatever. So it's gonna be a feat. I don't know that I'll actually get there, but I'm gonna set the goal to get there. And if I can achieve that, I think that I did good for what this year brought. Now the next year, as far as like Black Ops 4 or the next Treyarch game, whatever they call it, I'm telling you, I may be on that game till the next Treyarch game comes out. I've kind of almost given up on IW altogether, man. I just Infinity Warfare or Infinity Ward, is just, they've let me down so many times. The only way I think they could pull me back in is if they come out with a Ghost 2. If they come out with Ghost 2, I will buy the next Infinity Ward. If it's Infinite Warfare Part 2 or Modern Warfare with a twist, I'm out. It better have Ghost 2 in it if they want me to be involved. And Sledgehammer, I don't think I'm going to buy any more Sledgehammer games. The head people of Sledgehammer booked out in mid-game. Launch was the worst ever. There's still a lot of bugs and glitches and bad stuff going on in this game. Will not get patched, but like my buddy Ice said, there's your Merciless. Like my buddy Ice said, they still have time to put those money-making weapons in the game, but they can't fix problems that they've had since day one. So he's got a point, and I see where that makes sense because, that shows you where their heart's at. If they were passionate about their product and they cared about their product, guys, they would have done already fixed all these problems that are in the game, that's been in the game since launch. Instead, they're worried about making money, so they're going to keep putting new pistol grip camos and things you don't need in the game, and basically draw in these poor people who wants to pay money to try to get it quicker. So it's a dicey situation, guys, and I'm not a big fan of the pay to play to win, and that kind of stuff, that does not interest me in one bit. So I'm not, I didn't buy into it. Now I did buy into it on Black Ops 3, but again, I played Black Ops 3 for 3 years. I enjoyed Black Ops 3, and you know, if I spent $20 on opening a few supply drops, and you know, I might have got a weapon, I might have not. You know, it is what it is. I mean, you knew what was at risk before you know, you started putting your card information into the Xbox. You know, you knew what was going to happen anyway, so you can't sit there and complain just because you didn't get your weapons that you wanted. You know, you probably should have just grinded it out like everybody else and waited until you got supply drops and did things like that instead of trying to rush it. It's not my fault you'll sit there with $300, T. Martin, just to get one weapon that you don't even show the whole gameplay. You know, that's another thing with these big YouTubers. They'll show you bits and pieces of the game where they go off, but they never show the final score anymore. It's just like, watch this. We want you to talk about this weapon. Oh, it's so good, this and that. And yeah, they show them melting 5, 6, 8 people in a row. But then at the end of it all, they never show the final score or what they ended up with. They just got bits and clips off of each video game that they did good. And, you know, if that's the way you want to play it, I like to show the people who watch my gameplays, I like to show them when I die. So that way you can see the mistake that I made, and maybe you won't replicate it. 30-5 on the next one, so I went 30-4 on the first one and 35 on the second one. Guys, I rambled on so long, but I hope you guys stuck to the end. Put something in the comments saying you did, and I'll be sending you more. On time, I'm out, guys.